has his own great. There it is. There it is. All right, so we just delayed the A3 hit from Rotos. How insane is that? Hey, how's it going, everyone? Gribnum here, back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Thanks for checking it out. Guys, today I want to dive in and talk about one of these new relics here as part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event, the Discovery here going on. So I actually managed to pull this last laugh amulet here. There's a couple other things I want to talk about as far as like the chronophage buff, Michelangelo build. I want to show you the Donatello build as well, and a couple other things. But I actually want to talk about this. This is a solid, pretty good, legendary relic that you can pull from the new relic materials, right? I think compared to some of these other ones, it's a lot better than some of these other ones here. And in terms of like a legendary that you may or may not want, I would put this above some of the other ones here. I really do want the Skull of Treason. I don't think I can get that anymore for my Volcanos. I missed out on it. But coming down here, I'm just glad I managed to get something. And I got it right after uploading the video. I opened a few more shards, got the epic materials out of the summon rush, and managed to pull this. So what this is going to do here is it says here that the wearer has a 30% chance to activate a delay effect whenever they receive fatal hit. And the stats here are pretty nice. Unfortunately, the crit damage being on the end with like the lowest number. It'd be cool if the crit damage was in the middle here, and you can get that pretty early on, and maybe the HP would be in the back, or maybe a different stat altogether, like accuracy. Because in my case, I actually put this on Carnage. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that right now. Who I have it on. I am using this on good old Carnage here. I was, and I'm gonna recommend another relic you can use on him that I just took off to place this one on, and that's gonna be, if you can get your hands on one of these Hammer of Ending relics, I would recommend that on a number of champions here. It doesn't just have to be Carnage, but the fact that Carnage will counterattack whenever he's hit, and this is basically saying if your champion deals about 30% damage, 30% damage to an enemy, that they will place a stun on it, right? And that chance goes up. So it starts at 15, so I'm at 30% chance to do a stun, and I've seen it activate quite a lot of times. So it's a really nice relic to try on someone in arena that's going to be counterattacking, whether you want to put on Volcanos if you don't have anything better to put it, anyone better to put it on, right? Who else do I have this on? I have two of them. I guess I have one on Frolny as well, but you can really get funny with it. It's a great relic for the epic slot, an epic relic, and you don't find too many of those. Like you'll take a look at some of these and you'll be like, who's using this? When am I going to use half of these dumb ones here? Like reflect damage. I don't know if this is good or not, but a lot of these just go unused is the point. Anyway, coming over here to the last laugh amulet. This is again an exclusive to the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event. Lucky that there is a massive amount of attack on the front end. I went ahead and I put for Carnage, the multi-hit skills will ignore 5% defense. So when he's doing like a double hit, that second hit will additionally ignore 5% more damage. And all of his attacks are pretty much double hitters or triple hitters, which is really nice. Every time the wearer kills an enemy, increases their damage dealt by 10% up to 30. So just increasing his damage across the board. Let's say he counterattacks or something like that, and he just kills somebody, he's getting that increased damage. And then at the end here, I didn't have anything too great to put on, but this is actually going to increase his damage as well. The wearer's accuracy increases by 3 points per buff on them, right? I thought it actually said debuff on them. I could have sworn, but the thing is, you're actually gonna have with your support champs probably 3, 4, 5 buffs on a champion like Carnage, especially if you're gonna be running Lightning Cage. That's one buff. I hope that counts, right? Because the Lightning Cage buff in the corner And then, of course, having the build in Stone Skin, that's 2 buffs right there before anything even happens. And Carnage scales off of accuracy. Now, I don't mean to make this like a Carnage showcase or anything like that, but he scales off of accuracy. So giving him 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever it is, accuracy, it's just going to increase his damage the slightest amount. Okay. And I guess with the accuracy I have, I could always use more, especially before I get the next star blessing on him. And he's also at 99% crit rate. Do not say anything, please. 99% is unfortunate there. I did want to also show you the Michelangelo build I went and did here. And I wanted to save something else for the video here. So as you can see with Michelangelo, aside from, Merciless, a little bit of Slayer for the crit rate on the end, and a little bit of Pinpoint to get the accuracy and speed, you can see I have him at +2 empowered. Yes, I did empower him, and that was using who was it? Richtof the Bold. If you have some Richtofs sitting around, I would actually recommend just getting rid of them. Maybe, depending on where you are in your game. Me, it didn't really matter. I had 2 of them, so just gonna empower Michelangelo, who I think would be a better champion on my team, because I was not using Richtof at all. And taking a look at the stats here, pretty low on the attack, pretty low on the crit damage. We're gonna end up getting those blessings for free, right? The 5-star blessing at the most. So that's gonna definitely pump his damage up to about 7,000 attack, almost 300 crit damage. So it's definitely gonna put a massive stat bump on Michelangelo here. So he's gonna be pretty solid. He hits pretty nice, but he is still weaker than another login champion, Sun Wukong, who my build here is just cracked, insane build, regardless. But Wukong just does more damage anyway. If you wanted to test the 2 together, you can do that. Yeah, here's my build on Wukong. He is pretty insane. But take a look here at Donatello. I did manage to pull him last night. So if you didn't pull yours, just keep doing the final events here, and you should be able to get him with a couple fragments left over. So there's another couple events coming out. But here's what I have him in. Currently is it's not a good build by any means. The defense is quite low. Speed's okay. Speed is in a decent spot. I still fear that he could probably just get 1 shot, right? Because he doesn't have Stone Skin on him. But as far as anything else here, you're really just, for Donatello, HP, speed, defense, that's about it. That's all you really need to worry about him with this build, is because you want him to go fast. You want him to have enough HP because of his A1. He's going to be healing allies based on his own HP, right? So you're going to have up to, once booked, 15% of your HP. It's a 15% heal based on your HP. Whatever. Hey, what's up, everyone? Gribnum here. I have to jump in on the edit here. I forgot to do something when I was showing off Donatello. One of the main points of me showing him off, as well as Michelangelo, was talking about the empowerment, and I forgot to do that in the video. So Donatello, I got him, and I was looking to empower him, but I wanted to do it in the video here. And if we come into the list of empowerments, we can see, of course, Richtof will empower Michelangelo, and Dracomorph will empower Donatello. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I do have a few Dracomorphs sitting here. I'm going to lose a 4-star built Dracomorph I got years and years ago, like 4 years ago, something like that. I don't use them, right? And I don't think anyone else is going to see this as a good thing or a good idea, but I don't use these Dracomorphs, and I'm not losing any Faction Guardians. By doing it, I have enough Faction Guardians still in there. So let's go ahead and do that. I will get a speed boost, some more resistance. Don't need the accuracy. HP boost, speed boost, defense boost. Those are the main things from this. Whether I use Donnie or not, Donatello, I think he is a better champion for me than Dracomorph. Who knows? But there it is, a +3 Donatello. And speaking of that, if I get Raphael and Leo, I won't even be able to empower them because I don't have Kendra and I don't have Shuzen. But one more thing, just coming back in here now, +3 Donatello. He is at 94,000 power, 340 speed, much better defense, much better HP. There it is, guys. If you decide to empower yours, let me know. That'd be cool. All right, peace. But that's what you're going to want to do for Donatello is build out HP and all this stuff. Now, I am upset. I'm going to go into my next point here, which is the Chronophage buff. It's not a good buff. It's not good at all. I think where they missed the mark was when you get to the 4 piece, it still says grants the wearer 1 immutable stack at the start of the round. 1, that should have been changed to 2. 2 immutable stacks, right? I'm assuming this means that a 3-turn cooldown effect on a ally, it's only gonna block one of those, so it'll become a 2-turn cooldown on my skills here with this, right? Because it's taking one of those out of the 3 and disregarding it essentially. And I think for a 4-piece, it should be 2 immutable stacks. So they really screwed up there. And there should have been something really nice at the very end here. So grants the wearer 2 immutable stacks on a 4-piece. And on a 6-piece, grants the wearer 3 immutable stacks. On a 9-piece, it should have been something like reflects. On a 9-piece, has the chance to reflect the cooldown effect back to the enemy. Way better, right? Oh, cool, I get a 3rd immutable stack. This is just something that happens and at the start of the round and can be just done with, and they could just get rid of this effect here, and there's no point of even having it after like 2 or 3 turns in a round. So it's pretty dumb. The main thing I don't like about the buff is they're removing the HP bonus you're getting here and making it a 20 plus 20 resistance. The good thing, however, is on a 2-piece, you're getting 12% speed. Now that 12% speed is going to look really nice on Donatello once that goes live here. I would have rather had the 1-piece HP percent, the 2-piece the speed, of course, but they put the resistance on the 1-piece. I don't like that, and they removed the HP completely. This seems like a set that's going to give you some HP in it, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. I put it on here because of that. I don't remember if yeah, so I don't know if any of these other sets do that. So HP. Okay, so Stone Skin is the only other set that's going to give you a little bit of HP. It's 8%. It's pretty nice still. So I'll have to think about that when that buff goes live if I want to continue with the 2-piece. But that 12% speed is still really nice, especially if you go down on the masteries and you grab something like Lore of Steel, then you're gonna bump that up about 1% or 2, just a little bit, right? You're still getting a little more speed there. Before I show the relic, the last laugh relic, I just want to jump in here and run with an auto battle my nightmare team, the Crocad team that I did in a video of you like last week, and I just want to see what I can do this time. I think last week I was getting like 700 million damage. Let me see. So we can go here and we can see 784 million on Nightmare Hydra. Okay, so anything over that today is going to be a bonus. Be better. Let's go down here. I'm just gonna run this. Just gonna pump it out. These teams are hit or miss sometimes. Did I buff anyone here? I think Duchess here might be a little stronger than she was, but that doesn't really mean much. Let's go ahead and run this here. Get 1,000 turns. And again, I think Crocat's gonna out damage Marius, and he did out damage Marius. So I did not hit a higher damage here. I'm gonna discard. I'm gonna try this again. So again, we got essentially 300 million from Crocad, 265 million from Marius. The issue is it looked like Razavard was lacking in damage there on this one, but it could just have to do with the rotation of the affinities on the boss. Let's see what else we can do here. It's like 600 something million there. 823 million. There we go. Okay. Reservoir, I don't think he's doing any more damage than he did, but it looks like Crocad did like 62 million more damage. Marius did almost 100 million more. Really nice. Okay, 3.29 billion points. I'm happy with that. Let me move out the way real fast. 823, as you can see. And here we go. And I am in second place right now behind Paradox. Really nice. All right. Now let me read off what the delay effect does. I'm pretty sure we can see delay in the Hydra. Like it's something that's in the Hydra, if I'm not mistaken. Some more info. There is another buff that was added to the game recently or something like that, but there's nowhere to find what it says. Oh, evade. There's nowhere in here that talks about evade that I could find. So unfortunately, as far as like what happens with evade, I understand there's like a chance to dodge an attack and all that stuff. There's no description of it. Anyway, come down here to the miscellaneous section. It says delay, and the delay effect will prevent a champion from receiving fatal damage. It's kind of like having the Swift Parry set that's in the Forge, without having that, without having to put those pieces on and waste all that there. Except you don't get the unkillable, right? You do not get unkillable. But what this does, it will preempt your death. Instead, delaying it to the next turn. So I see here something I wasn't too aware of when I first got it is you will get this delay buff put on you, and you will get to take another turn. However, if you don't heal at all throughout that, this buff also hurts you. It kills you. Now, someone like Carnage, he can still live through that, right? He can still heal himself if you're in his second form, and his A1 in his second form does heal himself, or if a support champion came in and provided some kind of heal before he took another turn. But this again will essentially kill him like it's like a poison or like a bomb. Now it's not doing any crazy damage like a bomb, but a champion under the delay effect can still be killed by enemies on their turn. So again, the enemy could come in and maybe do the double hit. I've seen a bunch of different things happening here when fighting against like Empress, double hitters, someone like Narcisse. I seen him tank a hit from Odin and stay alive. He can also, with this delay effect, you can tank Siegfried's one single target nuke. If a champion does not receive any healing before their next turn, they will receive all of the fatal damage when their next turn starts. Okay, so reading this last part kind of tells me that all of the damage that should have happened gets front loaded into the delay effect. I thought it was a set number is gonna hurt you, but no, it seems like all that damage gets added to the remainder, gets remainder to the delay effect and then hurts you. So it could vary how much is gonna hit you there. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in here. I did level it up to like level 12. Pretty nice. Hopefully we get lucky on some of these here so we can see. Oh, I'm gonna use one of mine here. Just jump in here on the Odin team and see if I can tank an Odin hit. And it's great to put on someone like Carnage because he's gonna be your arena lead, right? And when you're fighting in Classic Arena, who is the enemy gonna be hitting? Your arena lead, of course. So him being the lead is gonna help. Now, well, now they can't hit him, but or maybe they can. But Odin is gonna come in here and he's going to strip off the stone skin, and we have a chance to see the delay effect happen here. And at first, I didn't think there would be any like way to notice it, but it is a green. Okay, he just doesn't attack him. The one time he just doesn't attack. All right, that's crazy. Let me go on 2x actually. See if I can keep Odin alive. Well, yeah, you definitely can. But I want to see this delay effect happen without having to revive anybody. I'm gonna have to wait until. Ooh, wait, what? Never mind. All right, so I took off the unkillable or the block damage and took them out of here. I'll get a couple more tokens here. Also, you essentially can tank really any single target hit, right? So Rhodos here, if he comes in with his A3, you're going to be able to tank that and delay the effect, possibly heal through it, all that stuff. And there's probably some other funky builds and setups, champions you can put that on. That's going to make more sense here. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense to put it on Carnage, absolutely. There's probably a champion out there that is going to benefit the most from something like this, right? Go ahead and get rid of their reviver there. I just don't know who. Like, who would be a good preempt death? Now, you could put it on Rhodos. I think he already has his own great... There it is. There it is. All right, so we just delayed the A3 hit from Rhodos. How insane is that? To be able to, of course, obviously be a spirit champion, which is weak to magic, but also just tank one of the strongest single target hits in the game. So that's really nice. And Carnage is a target in most cases. Anyway, so let's go ahead and check out this damage on the next turn. He's absolutely gonna die because of the amount of damage soaked up from that hit. So we're gonna keep him alive. Keep Rhodos alive. 60,000 damage. Yeah, so he just dies. I guess the idea would have been to just heal him, but I mean, he had full health. He just didn't have something like a continuous heal buff or anything like that on him. And it really was I was kind of wondering if he gets the opportunity to go and then dies after, but no, that's not how it works. Because it says it delays it to his next turn, so what's the point of him being alive if he can't even actually do that next turn? But either way, the biggest thing with that was stopping Rhodos from taking a second turn. So that was really nice. Go ahead, go to the next teams here. Here is a couple of good ones. I want to see if you can use this delay effect to stop poison. Well, actually, I don't think it's going to work because I have the stone skin on. So never mind that. But see what goes on here. Oh, he's been sheeped. And there's probably a bunch of other great relics in this current event. Some of those other ones, but this one really stood out to me. Ooh, so I'm definitely gonna lose this. Delay, gotcha. Bam, counterattack right there. Awesome. Now he is going to die for sure right now, actually. And there's a bunch of other relics that were just announced, just mentioned, coming out here soon. And some of them look okay. I just don't really care too much. Let's go ahead with this one, see what we can do here. Because there's going to be bombs. Testing this against a bomb champion, I haven't actually got a chance to do that. Not even sure if Lord Shazar is going to be able to go. I'm not going to put up the block debuffs buff. But let's see if Shazar even gets to go here. So ally attack. Debuff spread. I have a chance to kill somebody here. I'm actually going to go ahead and kill Siegfried. Dead. Alright, so he's got bombs on him. And it definitely interesting. So what just happened there? I'm a little confused because the delay effect, it's gone. It happened, and then the bombs blew up, and now it's gone. I don't know how that worked, but it seems as though now I can stay alive on whatever turn I want to, because the delay effect is gone. That's interesting. If anyone knows why that might have happened, like why get the delay effect but the bombs blow up and you stay alive, I'd like to know as well. All right, let's go ahead and just kill Shazar. Try to go ahead and beat this stage here. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and try this one with Narcisse and Empress. Empress has been just kicking my ass a lot lately. All right, let's see if we can. This, nope, can't. Place this. All right, so no delay death. The Narcisse just didn't do enough to kill me here. I'm gonna go ahead and kill him. Block the revive. See if I can't heal some of these. Absolutely, there it is. It would be super nice if you could put, if Carnage's A1 also healed him, just like in his second form. So Carnage's second form, I'm actually going to try to switch to him here in a sec. If I can. Nice, get the counterattacks. I don't want to kill... Didn't want to kill him, but just had to. See if we can get Carnage going in here. Alright, so on the A1 here, it would be so cool if it said this champion heals, you know, or if it's like, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking, taking a look here on the second form, attacks enemies 2 times, heals this champion by 20% of damage inflicted. So he's getting a massive heal if he's in this form when the delay effect happens. So you might want to do that. You might want to set it up so your Carnage just transforms immediately. Now that may be hard because a lot of these teams are coming in here like this one and just removing your stone skin. Okay, couldn't get to work. Yeah, I just want to see if I can be in the second form. Go, here's a Marius. And just get that healing activated while under the delay death. See if that really changes anything. We're dead. So we put the delay death effect on, but Marius came in with a third hit that eventually just killed everybody. Right, so a team like this, I would just go in probably with a faster setup. Someone like this. This may or not be faster. We'll see. Alright, so it's a little faster. And I'm worried because I don't think I'm going to be able to stop the Marius either way, but I might be able to go first with my own. All right, here we go. Yep. Is it enough, though? Is it enough to survive? Of course. Of course. I never have a chance where Siphi has her skills ready on her second turn. It's always somebody resetting cooldowns or doing something like that. But eventually we're gonna win this one. Ultimately. See which one I can do. I already lost to that guy. I'll probably have to fight him here in a sec. I don't like fighting a lot of these easy teams like this one, especially since I know I have stone skin on and I'm just gonna avoid the poisons. Just avoiding the poisons here. Coming in with the counterattacks. Hopefully the Marius doesn't really do anything crazy here. Counterattack coming in. So we might have a chance here. Delay death. Oh, and there it is. So what's the point of delaying if you just don't even get that chance to take the next turn? I still like this relic like quite a lot. It's really cool. But I just wonder what the long-term utility is. Take a look if Live Arena is open. Let me go ahead and jump into Live Arena. The unfortunate thing is every time I try to build out a team that's going to be like all demon spawn, which you don't have to because you can just use Carnage without the demon spawn set up there, so you don't need that. But they just ban Volcanos every time, unfortunately. So, but I'm gonna start off with these two. Go in and get some more speed here. I'd like to maybe go with Wukong. Yeah, so just go with Wukong, get the other speed lead there in case they want to ban one of them. Who's the last one? It could either be Volcanos, or it could be Gizmak. I'm gonna go with Gizmak. I'm gonna get rid of the Fabian because I don't really want to deal with my skills cooldown. Now, unfortunately, they did just ban my fastest champion. I hate to do that. It's so annoying because now I'm gonna struggle trying to take that first turn, maybe. Dang. This guy is. So even if I had the delay death, I still have there is this other buff on me. Delay death, but he's dead. He's just dead in this next turn, and he's also got that like heart, that like the other one that like damages you. So I just lost to this like new player. That is so embarrassing. This guy started in 2024. And I'm over here losing. I guess the main takeaway is even if you're trying to test champions, make sure you're also grabbing some of the meta ones as well. Someone like get the Marius on the team no matter what. It was just unfortunate that they banned the Mikage. So the Mikage is like 404 speed, and my Siphi is like 380 something. If I can get the 6-star from a Siphi, I can improve that quite a bit. So we're gonna come in here, try to be as fast as we can, and then the last champion is gonna be Carnage. It's just hard to showcase an effect like this that happens, that you have to hope happens in the game. It's not like I have some kind of effect that's always active and I can just show you that. Let's go ahead and get rid of Crixia. I don't know. We got lucky, so they did not ban the Mikage. If you want to win against this team, my team, you just ban the Mikage, and you'll have a really good chance there. Until at least my Siphi gets speed buff. All right, so we have a clear opening to stun everybody, and hopefully it doesn't miss. Okay, we got it. Then go ahead and steal nothing, and just clean house. So that was a pretty easy one. Simple. Last live arena season, I missed out on the final reward. I think I missed like the last 2 final rewards. I was like 100 points away from the max, like 300. It's like 1320. You need 1,320 points to get the relic materials, and I just I wasted too many days at the very early beginnings of seasons. And I'll admit, me at 180 points, kind of behind. I'd like to be at like 250, 300 by now, but I'll catch up here. There's plenty of time left. But again, don't wait in the first week. Like, don't waste so much time in the first week and then decide, oh, I actually want to do it when there's 2 weeks left and you're just losing and losing, because that's what was happening. I kept losing a bunch of turns or a bunch of matches, like back to back. This time I'm going to be very pushy on it, which means like you got to re-up with 10 gems, and then the next one is like 20 gems, and that's kind of where you stop. You do like 20, 25 matches a day. There's a good chance that with with all this setup here, I don't even have to. I won't even see the delay death effect. There's a really good chance. Okay. Yeah, we probably aren't going to see Carnage doing any delay death in this battle here. Right, so I'm going to come in here and stun. Try to keep the Lazarius from taking a turn here. All right. Pretty easy stuff. Well, easy win, but just knowing that you have that ability to possibly tank a strong hit from an opposing like magic champion just makes you feel better. 35 wins, and it always ends up being that I get those 35 wins at the very end of the month again. Like I'll go through getting all of the rewards, the 35 wins, getting all of the primal quartz and all that stuff. And now I want to hold off because I think it's like, oh, it's the 30th in the month. Today after reset, it's going to reset back to 0 out of 400 so I can farm them again. But there's freaking 33 days in a month you didn't realize, so now you got to wait 2 more days. But you don't want to sit there and not play live arena, so you play live arena and then you end up capping out on the 35 wins, and now you're back at 0 wins, and it's now the first of the month, and so you have to do it all over again. This guy's taking forever. J-Star. Looks familiar. Oh, he went and grabbed the Carnage here. He's got a 5-star Carnage. Yeah, he went ahead and grabbed him. I'm going to go ahead and try to get speed going in here. This is probably going to be one of like the last battles I do here. Again, some of the things I talked about here at the beginning of the video is like the chronophage buff, how I think they missed a little bit of the mark by making the One Piece resistance instead of keeping the One Piece HP. I think that would have been better. But they did a good thing with adding the speed to the second piece. All right, a damage dealer would be nice. Not nice, but pretty cool to have. Do that and go in and stop the Carnage. And also showed you the Crowcat Hydra run. I got a new PR at like 800 million damage there, really nice. Showed off the Michelangelo build, showed off the Donatello build. Maybe I will show them together in a future video, but I just really wanted to focus on showing off the new relic that I pulled and talk about it a little bit. So if you don't know about the delayed death, or if you were wondering if any of the relics were good, I would say that one is pretty solid. So hopefully you can get hands on that last laugh relic if you were looking for it. Let's see what's going to happen here. Instant sheep. What should I do here? Kind of want to try to sleep him or stun him or something, and you can't. I don't even get it. Nothing even happened there. There wasn't even a block debuffs, like a resist. Nothing. And then it reflected also, yeah, it reflected right back to, I think they both reflected. Like, why would Sify not get her turn here? Let's go and do this. And it's just reflecting. Oh, no. Sorry. They got Volcanos on the team. So I'm going to go ahead and try to kill Taras here. I think that would be my best option. Also, I was testing Michelangelo just the other day. And tell me if you've seen this. I'm just using him, and all of a sudden he gets a extra turn out of nowhere. I don't know why, or Like he's just going. I don't have him in any extra turn setup, any gear. No champion was on the team to give him that. But he went, and then it said extra turn, and he went again. And his masteries are not done, and I don't put the extra turn masteries, so I can't even imagine what that was or why that was. All right, so here we go. Can I get Wukong in here? I do want to come in with the AoE. And then I think, oh dang, they came with the full team heal. Can I get a stun? Yes. Nice stun. Hmm. All right. So we're slowly whittling him down. I think I've faced J-Star before. I might have lost or whatever. Strong, tanky team. But not today. Unless when Marichka revives everybody, I get screwed over, which will probably happen. So in order to avoid that, what you really want to do is, just do this, is use the ally attack. Never mind. Speed. Oh, I can steal him. I only stole one. What I want to do is get rid of Volcanos and then come in with the ally attack on Mikage so that when I kill Marishka, everyone comes back. I now am in the turn of the nuker rather than wasting that turn killing Mikage. Right, that is fine. Alright, this is taking a minute. This dude here does not want to lose. But why does he continue to have? Oh, never mind. Okay, do that, but I can stun. Yes, coming in with the stun, the speed up into the metamorph. Kill. Kill again. Kill even more. Die. All right, so easy win. Sorry, J-Star. Not bad. All right, but yeah, that's probably going to be, unless I jump into a few more arena here, classic arena. Let's see if I can show anything else here for the Carnage. All right, what's going to happen? Also, yeah, you probably noticed I'm using Preva. She's all right. She's a little bit like an epic champion, but her ability to cleanse. So she's gonna cleanse these HP burns off of my team, and she has a chance to. Oh, okay. So preempted death. Try that one more time. She can just cleanse debuffs and then put them on the enemy, but 90% of the time, someone else has a block debuffs buff. And you may wonder, you may look at this person like, oh, she's a reviver who can't even block debuffs buff on your team. And I understand why they didn't give her that. It's because when she's taking at the start of the champion's turn, transfers one debuff from each ally to the champion. If she has that on her, then she can't steal the buffs, which would still be really nice. She could just essentially remove. It would be in that case just remove the buffs. But the idea is like this. So she's got the HP burn. She would then place it onto the enemy. Could do that. But the enemy on this end has their block debuffs buff on. Ooh, dang! I didn't even see what happened there. But yikes! Oh, dang. Okay, so this team is just killing us. So sometimes what I'll do is I will just, I can't do anything. All right, well, that's going to be the video. I was just going to say I would remove Duchess and put someone like Siffy on the team, someone to go faster. But hey, that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, me just rambling on. And again, if you can get your hands on the Last Laugh Relic, put it on someone. Let me know who you're using it on, if you got it or not. If you got the Stars of Jinang or even Shibia's Servitude, let me know how you like those as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.